Yeah. Yeah. Oh my. Oh my. Everywhere. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna smite your borders with frogs. Okay. They're gonna be everywhere. Frogs. Frogs. Everywhere. Frogs. They're gonna be up in your house. What do you mean? Yeah, all over your house. All in the house. Frogs. In your bed chamber. In your room. Frogs. Ugh. Be frogs up on your bed. Frogs in the... You talking about them little nasty, slimy, stinking frogs in the bed? Frogs everywhere. And it's going to be in your servant's house. And upon all your people. Frogs in the oven. Wait, in the oven? You talking about like all in the, where you cook the food? That's just nasty. Frogs in the oven? And in your kneading trough. Ain't that where you make bread? Gonna be full of frogs. Round two. Shalom, Zion. Oh, I was reading this text. Sound like to me, it's gonna be frogs everywhere, Zion. It's in the Bible. Upon you? You mean everywhere I go, there's gonna be frogs just jumping all over me? Yes, on you. Frogs gonna be on your people. Frogs gonna be on all your servants. Shalom, Zion. Frogs everywhere. Round two. Shalom, shalom. This is morehyosh of the ARK. And we want to say shalom to you on this evening. And if y'all can hear me okay, please post a 7 in the room. If you can see the video okay, place a 7. We want to make sure we all in the room and we can all hear. All right, and I see those 7s rolling in the room. We got Maryland in the house. Hallelujah. People all over the world. Toda Rabbi, see some of these names are starting to look more and more familiar. Welcome back into our study as we are reading our book, learning our culture, about our ancestors, Zion. For we truly are the people of this book. It says our grandmother, our grandpa, our uncles and cousins we're reading about when we pick up this Holy Bible. And Moses is from the tribe of Levi. Moses is not from Europe. Nowhere. Not from Germany. He's not from France. He's not from Jolly-O, England. He is sure not from America. Moshe is from that tribe, Levi. We saw his lineage and his brother. They're from the 12 tribes of Israel. Yes, the tribe that was born in the land of Canaan, East Africa. Became a nation in Africa. in African Egypt. And we are studying our book. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Boy, I look up and it's already 107 people in this room. Toda Rabbah, Toda Rabbah. All praise to the Most High YAH for our study on tonight. Oh my goodness. Frogs. Everywhere. Boy. Matter of fact, I was doing research on this text and I came across a couple of videos online. I typed in millions of frogs, and y'all would be shocked that even recently we have seen, I'm talking about physically have seen, what people would have called a plague of frogs, and folk with their cameras have actually recorded it. And if you want to see it for yourself, you can go online, just Google like millions and millions of frogs, and just Google that, and it'll come up with several pictures and videos. One of the videos I saw, I thought it was the ground when they first showed the picture, until they zoomed in closer and the whole ground was moving. I said, that is nasty. That's gross. Oh my goodness. I couldn't believe what I was watching. The whole ground was not the ground. It was actually frogs. And they were coming up out of a lake. And another one, they was coming up out of a river. And then if you Google millions and millions and millions of frogs or whatever, you're gonna see that in recent history, Zion, not ancient history, in recent history, we have had in this country, certain cities have had a plague of actual frogs take over the whole city. And that was news to the Moray. I knew about the locusts, the swarms, but the fact that frogs can do that by the millions, and it's just, matter of fact, I may even have Z or one of the administrators the link to one of those pictures, because y'all not gonna believe it. And why am I saying that? Because you need a visual to see how disgusting and how gross and how flat out nasty and how that place must have stunk when YAH slapped them Egyptian Hamite frog worshiping. Yes, I said it. Them Hamites was actually worshiping frogs. Listen, I'm through talking to any person of color talking about the Egypt. Y'all would not believe this. I've been making sure all evening that this video was gonna be able to go. As soon as I started, all of a sudden now we got a buffer. The devil is a liar and the truth ain't in him. We're gonna continue. And if it gets too bad, we will relocate even closer to the house so we can get on the internet or whatever we need to do, Zion. But let me talk about these Egyptologists. They trying to move Hebrew Israelites into the worship of the gods of Egypt. So you got some Hebrew waking up to the truth. You know, they know that they're not a Gentile. You know, they're not just a slave, and they're waking up. They know they're not a Christian. So now they're searching. What am I? Are you my mother? Are you my mother? Are you my father? They searching all around. And we got some people call them Ham brews. They Hamitic and Semitic. And they want to pull people that are waking up to the truth into the worship of the Egyptian gods. Oh, you do you? That's your plan, huh? So are you going to tell, this is to all you Egyptologists, are you going to tell the Hebrews that you dragging in to the worship of the Egyptian gods, that one of their gods was a frog head? Are you going to tell them that? I need to know. Are you going to tell them this? Oh, now look, we worship frogs now. Oh, we worship frogs. And but hold on now, I thought we was worshiping Yah. No, we don't know Yah. We don't know Yahuwah, other than the fact he whooped us complete knockout in 10 rounds, but he used our gods, and he destroyed us by using our own gods against us. And you want me to follow you? You want me to follow you with the gods that got whooped by our Elohim that y'all was worshiping? First of all, not only no, hell no, we're not following. Is that crazy? Well, Moray, man, there's a lot of stuff, man, in Egypt, man. Man, you kind of closed-minded. Look, man, as soon as I came across y'all frog god, I was through with Egypt. Why I need a frog god? A half woman, half frog? That's... Boy, if y'all don't get your hands off the children of Israel and leave us alone so we can return to our Elohim in spirit and in truth, so that we can turn back to him with our whole heart and stop luring our people back into paganism, idolatry, witchcraft, and heathenism. No, that's what got us in trouble in the first place. That's what got us kicked off the land in the first place. That's what got us under the reprimand of our Abba in the first place. Y'all ain't no different than Christian sanity. You might as well have a Cupid. You might as well worship Valentine's Day. Go get you a what do you call that? A half animal, half. What is y'all? A frog? But Murray, you got to understand. Where I come from, the frog was very, very, very. Where we come from, man, we didn't give a less than a dang about a frog. But the frog, she has wisdom and knowledge. You talking to frogs? You praying to frogs? What is wrong with you? And you trying to get, y'all got us wearing unks. And that come from the frog god. You got our sisters tattooing themselves with crosses and unks and stuff. And that's the frog? Oh, boy, ooh. No. If all y'all can clearly see that when we wake up to the truth, we're not waking up to follow a frog god. Would you please do Murray a favor? Let's just make sure, because I don't want nobody to be, if you understand that, put some 7 in this chat, because no need in going no further. If y'all don't put some 7s in here, we just gonna stop now. If y'all would rather have a half frog head god, then just don't put a 7. But if you say, nah, I'm gonna have Yah and to the devil with that frog head, put a 7. We ain't following no frog head god. What is wrong with y'all trying to pull us into some kind of Egyptology? Murray, you putting a 10 on a 2. Now I got my glasses on. I'm looking at these 7s running through here so fast. I think there's other folk like the Murray, like, oh, no, we don't worship frogs. We don't do, no. No. I keep trying to tell y'all, everybody think all the wisdom and knowledge in the world was in Egypt. That's a dang lie from the pit of hell. The wisdom and knowledge has always been in the house of Yisrael, because we have Elohim Yahuwah. We follow him. In him is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The fear of Yah is the beginning of wisdom, not the fear of Kermit the Frog. You're worshiping frogs. Man, I'm down with Egypt. You worship frogs. Frogs! Like them things that hop around, them nasty things that be killing flies with their long. That's your God. That's funny. No, y'all did not tell Israel when you started trying to pull them into Egyptology. You never said, oh, by the way, you do know we worship frogs though, because the average Hebrew Israelite, if you would have just been point blank and up front and said, we worship frogs, the Hebrew would have been, then you need to get away from me. But y'all thought you would hide that little bit of information, huh? But that's all right. That's what I'm here for. As a moray, that's why I'm here. For as long as I'm here to do one thing. I'm going to show Israel their own Bible, their own history, and their own truth. They're never going to need to listen to no Egyptology. Once we finish with this Exodus, they're going to never listen to y'all again, because we're going to show you what our Abba does to y'all gods. I told you this is round 2. Round 1 and round 2 and round 3, all we doing is what? We reading this. What is y'all doing? Pulling trump cards. He gonna take, because right now he turned the river into blood. Y'all remember that was the first round. They met and hit, they touched gloves with the snake. When the snakes came together, that was the touching of the gloves. We're gonna put this in boxing terms, because most of y'all have watched a boxing match. You gotta meet each other. You gotta come face to face. You gotta have a press conference, right? At the press conference, they threw their rods down, and you know what happened. Woo! Aaron's rod swallowed up the magician's rods, killed them dead, and ate them. Right then, they would have been like, we're gonna call this fight off. That would have been smart to say, you know what? At this point, we're gonna call this fight off because we ain't never seen this. But now they still want to go forward. So round 1 was what? Turn all your water into blood. And the Bible says all the fish in the rivers died, and the place stunk because of the blood. And it was not only in the river, but it was in their streams. It was in their basins. In other words, Yah gave them a slap. Pow! Then that little magician tried to duplicate it. He said, okay, that's your little card. You done played it now. What's the next one? We on round 2. Let's look at it, Zion. If y'all want to look at it in the Bible, put an 11 in the chat, and we're going to be in chapter 8. Put an 11 in the chat. This is where we left off. This is where we're going to pick it up. And them 11s are in here, rolling, hallelujah. Good to see y'all from all over the world, from the west coast to the east coast, the north and the south, islands, Africa, all the continents represented, watching and learning what? The Bible. Your word. Oh, somebody went online and saw the frogs. I told you. Let's look at it. And the plague, we're talking about the plague of frogs. And Yahuwah spake unto Moshe. What'd he say? Go unto Pharaoh, say unto him, thus saith Yahuwah, let my people go. Y'all see that clearly in the text. He said, go tell him, let my people go, that they may what? Serve me. So now we already have a distinction that I've talked about since we started the book of Exodus. The book of Exodus really comes from the word, these are the names. The word Exodus is a Greek word they put on meaning to leave. But the name of this book is actually, these are the names. So what does it mean? Of the children of Israel. So all through the book, you're gonna see this over and over and over and over again. How YAH is gonna continue to make a distinction between him and his people and Pharaoh and his people, because we are not the same people. And we for sure don't worship the same Elohim. Because Egypt worshiped frogs. I'm sorry. I just don't know what would make a person see a frog and be like, oh, frog, the frog sings, frog power. All praise to the frog. What is it? And that's who y'all want to follow. Boy, okay, let's continue. I just think it's the stupidest thing in the world. Who worships a frog? That's your God? That's your Elohim? I say God me with a little g. That's who you follow. That's funny. And anybody that can't see the humor in that, it's something wrong with you. A frog? You do know a frog can't whoop a fish, right? And we catch fish. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, let's go. It's just, man, what is going on here? All right, here we go. If thou refuse to let them go, behold, that means watch this. Behold, I will smite all your borders. Of course, we know that he's doing what? Protecting Goshen. That's why he said all your borders. I will smite all your borders with frogs. Okay. Think what's going on in this perverted, sick Hamite's head. Think what has to be going on in this child of the devil's brain. Think what has to be going on in this schizophrenic madman's mind. For a moment, what is this insane Hamite thinking? He has to be thinking that's impossible. And the frogs are our God. I'm just, what was he thinking? Like, there's no way. There's no way. Moses, there's no way. There's no way the frogs would ever just invade us because we worship the frogs. We love the frog. We wake up in the morning and say, giving all praise, honor, and glory to the frog. When we don't say hallelujah, we say hallelujah frog. We say praise the frog. We say, almighty frog, thank you for waking us up, frog. And oh, frog, thank you so much for giving us breath and life. And frog, you put food on our table, frog, and clothes on our back, frog. And if it wasn't for you, frog, You watch my children when they're away, frog, and you heal us when we sick, frog, and oh, mighty frog, oh, how we worship you, oh, frogs, and you, frog, we want to thank you for a reasonable portion of health and strength, frog, and oh, frog, we ask that you keep the corona off of us, frog. Are you kidding me? They worship frogs. So when Moses said, y'all said, these frogs finna come up and y'all gonna be, they had to be like, no way. You can forget it. No, man, that's an American voice. I gotta use the African voice. They would like, there's no way. Because we worship the frog and because we always give the frog his reverence, and we give the frog praise and honor and glory. We thank the frog every day. The frog is our creator. The frog gives us breath. The frog gives us life. We love the frog. We follow the 10 laws of the frog. The frog is what? Moses. They had to be thinking, ain't no way, man. You going after our God? We worship the frog. First, y'all hit that Nile River with the blood. Boom. Now he finna hit them. He finna hit them. That Pharaoh gonna learn quick, fast, in a hurry. That's what the old folk used to say. Pharaoh getting ready to learn quick, fast, in a hurry. Them frogs don't worship. Let me tell you something. Them frogs ain't God. Them frogs work for Elohim YAH. You're talking about the frog. You praying to the frogs and don't even know that the frogs are obedient to YAH. They obey him. I can hear that. I can hear that perverted Hamite trying to talk to me tonight. But Murray, but you don't understand. My people, what? Shut up. I don't want to know nothing about what your people was doing. I don't care. But Murray, the reason why we worship the frog, you're trying to give me a reason. Hey, Pharaoh, shut up. I don't want to hear a reason why your ignorant, Hamite, perverted devil self worship the frog. First of all, you stupid. You dumb. That's stupid. You worship a frog, you stupid. That's dumb. It's ignorant. That shows how insane you are. That shows how messed up mentally you got to be if you got a frog god. But Murray, you need to understand the history of our people. No, I don't need to understand it. Because as soon as I found out y'all worship frogs, if you all can clearly see that you don't, why do I need to listen to you about anything and you worship frogs? The frogs that be hopping out here on the grass. The frogs that, be in the canals and in the rivers and on wet grass. That's y'all God. Hamashiach say, Yahuwah say, oh, I'm going to prove it. Okay. If any of y'all could clearly understand that Pharaoh, he must have didn't believe Moses. I put an 11 in this chat and let the whole world see it now, like, you know what? Because if he would have believed Moses, he probably would have let him go. But because they worshiped the frog, in his mind, there was just no way in them 11s is rolling. In his mind, he couldn't fathom the thing we worship is going to be attacking us. All right, let's see. And the 11s are still going. I'm watching them. You know what that means? Folk watching the text and they can see it. Why would you be pulled into Egyptology? He says, and I will smite, that means hit, and the river shall bring up frogs abundantly, which shall go, ooh. Every time I read this, and I'm not one of these icky people, but this right here will give you what they used to say when I was a young. Are we back live? Post a 7 if we back in here live. I'm still buffering. Still buffering. Oh, there come a 7. All right, we back. All right, let's go. We have to go faster now. So, based on the text, it says, and the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come into your house. That means it's all over your. You're not going to be able to take a step in your house without smashing and squashing 5 or 6 frogs at a time. Every time you put your foot down, you smashing frogs. You killing frogs. You trampling frogs. You can't get rid of them. They're going to swarm you. And if y'all can pull up them videos, somebody said they already did it, and you see how when they swarm, how they look like a moving frog carpet or something. It's nasty. He said it's going to be like that. I'm going to cover the land with them. Which means when you open your door, if you don't open your door, you're not going to be able to put your foot on the ground. And they'll be in your bedroom, so you won't be able to put your foot in your bathtub without them being there, in your washing bowls without them. When you get ready to eat and you pull out something to cook with, it's going to be full of frogs. And when you get ready to get in your bed and pull the covers back, the whole mattress will be full of frogs. And then when you try to sit down, the frog going to be just climbing all over you. And you're going to be trying to kill them and more just coming and coming. There'll just be there's frogs everywhere. Frogs will be on your babies. They'll be all over. Frogs. And ain't nothing you can do. Because every time you try to kill a batch, a whole nother swarm of frogs just come in your house and take over every place. But y'all thought I made that up. No. That's why we're here together, Zion. We're here together to read the Bible. We're here together to study together. So let's read it together. And the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come into thine house, and into thy bedchamber, and upon thy bed, and into the house of your servants, and upon thy people, and into thine ovens, and into thy kneading trough. So all the examples I gave, if you can clearly see, I got them straight from the Bible. Put a 21 in this chat, please. And I'll wait. And the 21 already started flowing. All I'm doing is reading your own book back to you, to let you know how hideous this plague was, to let you know how nasty it was, how gross it was, but how thorough it was, and how complete it was, how YAH swarmed them Hamites with frogs. And the frogs shall come both on thee. Didn't I say that the frogs get all over you? So Pharaoh, you're going to have them all over you. So y'all see it now. And it says, and upon thy people, that's why I said your kids, your people, all the people will be covered in frogs. They try to sit down, the frogs they just climb, they try to run, they squashing frogs when they run, they try to be still, frogs just cover them, they try to knock the frogs off and more just come over them. They can't stand it. It's not just in the house, but it's in every room, it's in every bowl, it's in every boy, they gonna try to, this is what boy, I tell you. That's all right. We're going to get this video out. The world need to know this. Are we back? Somebody said refresh. Oh, that's Z telling everybody to refresh. Verse 5. And Yahuwah spake unto Moses and Aaron. It spoke unto Moses. Say unto Aaron, stretch forth thine hand with thy rod over the streams, over the rivers, and over the ponds, and cause the frogs to come up on the land of Egypt. Not my words. Verse 6. And Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt. Verse 7. And the magicians did so with their what? Enchantments. They had a the magicians not only had a snake trick and a water turning to blood trick, but remember I told you they had a few trump cards. The last one, they had a frog trick. They worshipped frogs. So I think what these magicians were able to do, because they were fooling the people, they were doing tricks with frogs. But let's see whether or not the magician's trick had any effect on that smiting Yah was doing to Egypt. Let's see over that smiting, that beat down, that punch, that uppercut, that right that right hook. Let's see if they had any power over Yah, because we need to see if they were able to stop the plague. Let's see. Come on, y'all. Let's look at it. It's got to be in here somewhere. All right, here we go. Verse 7. And the magicians did so with their enchantments and brought up frogs upon the land. Wait, didn't you just make things worse? Y'all already got the frogs coming on the land. So if y'all can clearly see that they could not do anything against what y'all was doing, I need y'all to put a 37 in here so fast, make your head spin. Put a 37 in here. They could not stop a frog from coming on land. Matter of fact, when they did their enchantment, all it did, a couple of more hopped out. They was going to hop out anyway, because Yah had commanded them all to get out of the lake, out of the river, out of the stream, and get in them houses and get up on all them Hamites and them Egyptian and all the Egyptian servants. Run them nuts. Be everywhere. Get in the bathroom, get in the bedroom, get on the bed, get in the covers, get in the kitchen, get in every bowl, every dish, get all in the sink. When they open the microwave, just hundreds and thousands just fall out. Open the fridge, just frogs just run all out your refrigerator. Just That's what I'm talking about. They couldn't stop. So let's see. Verse 8. Verse 8 of chapter 8. That's 88. Verse 8 of chapter 8. Then Pharaoh called for the magicians, right? Zion, y'all can write no or yes in the chat right now. Did Pharaoh, the verse 8 says, then Pharaoh called for his magicians? He No, he called. You know why? Because he knew these fools is faking it in a $3.50 dollar bill. He like, y'all going out the way, you messing? He said, Moses. No, Pharaoh. No, man, you got all the wisdom, right? You got our people wanting to go back to Egypt and become Egyptologists. Come on, Pharaoh. Where your wise men at? Where your magicians at? Why you calling Moses? I keep telling y'all, you better flush all that you keep hearing about the great knowledge and wisdom of Egypt. They worshipped Pharaoh. Murray, you putting the 10 on the 2? No, I'm not. Did he call for his magicians or did he call for Moses? In verse number 8. I need y'all to tell me that before we continue. Put it in the chat. Who did the Pharaoh call when he really wanted to get results? I see one Moses. Only one person know out of almost 300 people in this room. There it is, Moshe, Moshe, Moshe. There it is. Now it's coming. See? Moses. Go on and put it in the chat. I can wait. I want everybody to know we're reading the Bible now. He didn't call his magicians, his soothsayers, his wise men when he wanted them frogs gone. Why? Because he knew they didn't have no power. So why are these people today trying to get the children of Israel to follow after the quote-unquote wisdom, knowledge, and mysticism and magic of Egypt when even the Pharaoh knew them magicians is full of stuff? And I said stuff because my grandma did not cuss. She said, you full of stuff. And that's what I'm going to say. He knew that the magicians was full of stuff. He said, man, whatever's happening right now, there ain't nothing, no power in the land of Egypt can stop this. Now, somebody said, more you always going overboard. Okay. Y'all see this picture right here? If you all could see this picture right here, I need you, if you would be so kind, put a 47 in the room and let everybody see this picture right here. And I can't even pronounce this foolishness. Haket? Haket? Whoo. Are we back again? Okay, yeah, we back. This thing I'm trying to tell y'all is incredible. I came out here to make sure, but we're not going to keep having this problem. We're going to figure out a way to get around this. All right. Now, I showed you the picture. I showed you the picture. I showed you the picture. That's their frog god. Let me read about this Haket or Haketet or Hektit or whatever her name is. Hektit. Hektit is an Egyptian goddess of fertility. What? A goddess of fertility? Oh, you mean somebody just all into just all kind of wild sex? Just have a whole lot of eggs and babies. Tadpoles, huh? How was you trying to say? Okay, let's see. Identified with Hathor, represented in the form of a frog. So nobody is saying Moray is lying. Represented in the form of a frog. Represented in the form of a frog. A frog. A frog. A frog. And y'all thinking Egypt got all the wisdom in the world. and their goddess is a frog. Ain't that ridiculous? That's my point, Zion. You better come up out that foolishness. To the Egyptians, the frog was an ancient symbol of fertility related to the annual flooding of the Nile. So they made a god? Hakit or Hektit or Hetty Titty, whatever the hell her name is, was originally the female counterpart of Coon. Well, who the hell is Coon? I did the research on his demon behind, found out this is a demon that got a cow's head with horns sticking out. So you got a demon cowhead man who's married to a frog. That's your religion. I need some water. I need water. Y'all got a half cow head, half deer head, half man, half deer head, married to a frog head woman. Man, Egypt, man, deep, man, some stuff in Egypt. Egypt is stupid. What are you talking about? Man, Egypt is deep. What do you mean? They fuck. See, y'all could say Murray is lying, but you know I pulled this down right. I didn't write this. Let's read about it. Hecatitty, Hectic-Tac, Hectic-Tax, whatever the hell her name is, was originally the female counterpart of Khnum, the wife of Khnum, by whom she became the mother of Herur. You a lie and a lie and a lie. It has been proposed that her name is the origin of Hecate, the goddess of witchcraft. Oh! She's a witch! Right here, Zion. Right here, it says she the mama of witchcraft. Right there. The half frog. Half. She's over the witchcraft. Oh, so that's what you Hamites is trying to pull the children of Israel into, huh? Oh, you're trying to pull us into witchcraft. But you didn't think Moray was going to actually go online and pull this information down so that he could show Israel. Y'all didn't believe that. You didn't never think, oh man, ain't no Moray out there going to actually do the research and put it out for the whole world to see. Oh yeah, there is one who ain't on nobody's payroll. There is one who ain't nobody bought off. That's me. Who can say whatever I want to say. Whatever I need to say to Zion. Because I ain't worried about no convention. No Baptist convention, no Methodist convention, no Catholic church. No, I'm not worried about that. I'm free. I don't even worry about no campers. Man, did you pass that with so-and-so? I ain't under no campers. Some of these Hebrews don't even know it's a Messiah. Some of these Hebrews trying to get to heaven on their own reconnaissance, on their own. Just stop it, buddy. This article was pulled down from Wikipedia. It's called Frogs in Culture. Okay, what culture? I just typed culture. I didn't even put a culture down. I just said frogs in culture. And let's see what we get. To the Egyptian. I can't understand this. What happened to the Egyptians? A once mighty nation. A nation. Remember Egypt when our grandfather, great-grandfather Abraham went into Egypt. The Egyptian king had a relationship with YAH. And now, by the time we come up out of Egyptian slavery 400 years later, These fools done left YAH and following frogs. You do know Uncle Joseph, which is Yosef. Some of y'all watching me, Yosef is actually your grandpa. But the majority of us, Yosef is our uncle. So Uncle Yosef went into Egypt and saved the whole nation because them Hamites couldn't build storages. They didn't know how to save corn. I keep trying to tell you they're not the people of wisdom and knowledge that everybody keeps trying to paint them to be. Pharaoh said there is nobody as wise as Joseph, period. And Joseph is a Hebrew Israelite. The wisdom is in Israel. You're going to look at this again. I just typed in frogs and culture. You don't have to put Egypt. I just put any culture. And the first thing popped up was Egypt. The frog was a symbol of life. The frog? And fertility, since millions of them were born after the annual flooding of the Nile, which brought fertility to otherwise barren. So you mean to tell me that because the frog can have... There you go, more man. There you go. No, that's not there I go. Here's your frog. That's in stone. That's a woman right there. And when you come up from the woman, that's her shoulder. Then there go the frog. Now, let's try that once again. There is your frog god. This is who they worshiped. Look what's in her hand. A ankh. Look what's up here. A ankh. And they got our sisters putting them ankhs on their bodies like tattoos. And how many of y'all have seen that on our people? They wearing ankhs on their Bibles. They putting ankhs on their neck and on their arm. They get little charms. And they call it a Christian Egyptian cross. I don't know what that... All right, look. I don't know what we're going to do to finish this video. I don't know what. I'm trying to get... I don't know what's happening. I'm moving the thing closer and... We back. Okay. All right. Are we back? Now watch it. Here we go, Zion. All this work we putting in tonight. Y'all better share this video to everybody in the world. Much we got to fight through all this buffering. Do you see that picture? This is their God. They worship frogs. They got an image of her with that frog head bowing down. It's as plain as day. You could do this Google search if you're 3 years old. It's right there. She's ugly as ugly smugly can be. It looks so nasty and grotesque. Are we back again? As I was saying, and I'm gonna see if I can move closer to an internet connection. If something looking like this come around your neighborhood, knocking on your door talking about, I'm your God, bow down to me, you need to shoot through the door. Don't even open the door. Kill that thing. Blow his head off. That thing right there gotta die. That's a monster. Would you look at that frog leg and a girl body and a frog head and whoa, kill it. Don't ask no questions. Y'all don't be calling your cousins and aunties talking about, it's a frog head out here in front of my house. Is it God? Is this her God? Should I follow this thing? Should I worship it? Should I be thanking it for food and shelter and life and breath? No. If you see this thing right here, come to your door at night talking about I'm God, shoot it. That thing right there, oh, you know, if it's a woman or a man, whatever this thing is, it better not ever, never, ever step foot on Moray's property because I don't play that. I don't play that. Mm-mm. Is that all you got, Moray? No, since they buffering us anyway, I'll take a little time to do a slideshow. There it is again. Y'all thought I was joking when I said they worship this damn thing. And now you see that the Moray ain't lying. They worship this thing. This hideous creature from the lagoon. It's a frog head. This was their God. This is what they trying to pull you into, Zion. This is wisdom to you. So you want to be an Egyptologist? This is wisdom. No, this is ugly, nasty, stinking stupidity. Slideshow. Old-fashioned way. Just using pictures. Look at that. There it is again. Boy, if that thing ever show up anywhere around Zion, y'all know what to do. Do not let it live. It's a demon. Here's another one. In color. That's their God. They worship this thing right here. And you trying to figure out, look at what a breast is. Look at how this thing is made. What's happening here? Look at that head. Oh my. It's right there for you, Zion. You know why it's there for you? Because in these last days, you need to see it. This is what was going on in Egypt. This is why YAH had to get his people up out of there. And this is exactly why we got to get up out of here. Now, remember I told you that Hekteti or whatever the hell her name was worshipped? There's a bigger picture of that one I just showed you. And look at this. Look at these ugly creatures behind her. What is going on in Egypt? All manner of wickedness. That's what's going on in Egypt. Wickedness. Satanically infused people. And I told you Pharaoh, the son of the devil. Now, I told you earlier that when Moses went to Pharaoh and said, hey, people go so he can worship. And if you don't, he getting ready to bring up these frogs. And I said that Hananiah told him, there is no way that the actual frog will come out and bother us at all because we worship the frog. We reverence the frog. We think that, Pharaoh, I'm tired of you. But I found out that you wasn't lying when you said that. Pharaoh really believed that the frog gave life to the human race. Remember I told you that she was married? That this damn frog, I'm going to show you the artist rendering, then I'm going to show you the actual. That this frog was married to a half goat, half cow looking thing. Here is a picture of it. This is what these Egyptians believed. That's why y'all had to get us out of there. Look. You see that thing right there with the goat head and the this goat head thing right here, this demon, is married to frog head. And what they believed, Zion, was that he took dirt, this goat, took dirt, put it on this wheel right here, fashioned a man. And then it would be her job as the frog to then breathe into man. What? The breath of life. Satanic, dog face, frog face, cow face, goat face, lion, devils, demons, trying to take YAH's credit. Trying to replace YAH's power. But you know what, Zion? We ain't going for it. You know why? Because we picked up our own book. We read our own book. And in our book it says what? In the beginning, YAH created the heaven and earth. And when it got time to make man, he said, let us make man in what? Our image and our likeness. Man wasn't made by no goat. Man was not made by some damn frog. What is wrong with these Egyptians? Smoking? Oh man, I think about it, man. The goat, man. You know, he got like a potter's wheel. Yeah. Oh man. Oh. Matter of fact, I think he's. Hold on. Man, he making people on that wheel, man. He's making people on that wheel. Another person like this. And the frog is breathing life into them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so first we need to do something with this frog and this goat, man. You know what I mean? You know? Can you see it, man? You know what I'm saying? Can you see it? Hey, man, maybe the goat is married to the frog-head woman. Dude, that's deep in the mug, man. That's deep in the mug. A goat married to a frog, and they make children on wheels, and the frog breathe into the clay and then make it little. And then what? Hold on, man. Let me get one hit, man. Oh, and then they put the thing back into the mama. And that's the breath of life. Hey, man, somebody need to write this down. Somebody need to write this down. We did, man. We wrote it down, man. We put a picture on the wall, man. Here it is, right here. What you think about this right here? There it is. Ah, there's the picture. The goat is married to the frog, and they making a baby. Y'all got to go. I ain't got time to be. You Hebrews, I gotta go. I keep trying to tell you, y'all ain't playing with these idols. Y'all don't even know how stupid they are. So what is he doing? He's gonna attack Pharaoh. Where? At his false gods. That's how he get down. Gonna prove to him, you got my people up in here. Y'all worshiping gods. Now, if you think that art is rendering, This is where he got it from. Right there. That's the stone. Let me hold it still. That's the stone picture of it. So now you know Maury ain't just making it up. There's the picture. That's the goat head. That's the frog head making a baby on a potter's wheel. When them Hamites start smoking that stuff and licking them frogs, because you know you can lick them frogs and get high. They started licking the back of them frogs. They got so high, they started saying, oh, the frog gave us life. And that's what y'all want to go back to, huh? Y'all about to knock. He hit them so hard. We're going to read it in a second. But before we do, do you know that frog spirit is still alive and well today, Zion? If you are with the Maury, and we're going to proceed, and to allow me to prove to you that the stupidity and ignorance, sacrilegious demonic worship of Egypt is still in this world today. If you an example of that, why don't you put a 75 in this chat right now? Put a 75 in this chat, and I'm gonna show you something. Put a 75 in the chat, and we're gonna show you. Somebody already said, that's exactly where I was going. That's exactly where I was going. Some 75s is in the room. Revelation. Go to Revelation. Chapter 16. Verse 13. Come on. The revelation. Because we're going to see that this demonic spirit that was alive in Egypt will be alive during the book of Revelation, which is the end of days, which is our time. That spirit will be alive during the time that Hamashiach is gathering his people together one last time. I promise you. Let's look at it. Then I saw 3 evil spirits that look like frogs. They came out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. They are spirits of demons performing miraculous signs, and they go out to the kings of the whole world to gather them for the battle on the great day of the Almighty. You got to be joking me. Y'all got to be joking. I know that this Bible say that these demonic frog demons will be moving the world toward a battle against YAH, against Yahushua. Why are they doing that? You already know. Because he whooped them demons. I'm not talking about the actual frog animal. I'm talking about the demons that these people were worshiping. Yah whooped those demons way back in Exodus, and now they trying to regroup, and they want to get the kings of the world to all come together to try to fight against Yah. And I say, y'all go ahead. That's if that's what you want to do. Hold on for a minute. Let me get this text. Let me start right here. Revelation. Because it's going to turn all bad. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs, verse 13, come out of the mouth of the dragon and out of the mouth of the beast and out of the mouth of the false prophet. So you got frog, unclean, stinking, dirty frog, but these spirits come out like frogs. That's just nasty. For they are the spirits of devils. I just told y'all that. Working miracles which go forth unto the kings of the earth and the whole world to gather them to the battle of that great day of Elohim Almighty. That demonic bullfrog spirit, toad spirit, live on the earth today. I'm going to show it to you. Do y'all see this picture right here? This is just for tonight. I want to prove something. I just wanted to prove something. Can y'all see this picture? This is a European depiction of Baal. So you see, he's a European, right? With a crown, a European crown on his head. He got a cat to one side, and what on the other side? Frog. And look at his, and he got some kind of spider, some kind of reptilian leg or creeping leg. I don't know what the hell he got down there. What is it? That is their picture. There it is. I didn't pull this. Look. See? That's what they believe, quote unquote, the Lord is. And I keep telling y'all, that word, the Lord, is the word Baal. And this is their interpretation of it. But do you see the frog? Crazy. That people still believe in the power of that frog. Now I know y'all not gonna believe this. But do you know that if you type in today's science, I'm talking about modern science. Like what year did this come out? This is dated January 13th, 2020, where it says science news. I'm gonna show Zion this because it got by you. Everybody watching Snapchat and Facebook, some of these science articles get by us. But hallelujah, one of the brothers, man, he called me and he said, hey, Morey, I need you to look at this. I said, what do you got me looking at, man? He said, living robots using frog cells. Do y'all see it? So at first I thought it was a joke. I said, man, come on, dude. What are you sending me? He said, no, read it and call me back. So here's what it says. University of Vermont. Scientists repurposed living frog cells and assembled them into an entirely new life form. These tiny xenobots can move toward a target and heal themselves after being cut. These novel living machines are neither a traditional robot nor a known species of animal. They are a new class of artifact, a living, programmable organism. And there's the article, not my words. There is the headline. And if y'all want to see it, here it is. CNN did a report on it. Right here. Xenobots. First living robots created from stem cells. Let me hold this up here still. And when you go and Google that, you can click that play button and you will see that the fascination with frogs and this frog worship has moved these heathens to create from frog cells some type of machine that they want to be able to inject into people to target certain things, like what if they say like cancer or something, but whatever, and they can start reprogramming you from the inside out using frogs. If you don't see it on NNN, there's Live Science again. There's the article, and they got a video of this damn thing. And they can't say I'm making up a lie because I'm putting the article right in front of the whole world to see. Zion, do you see why Egypt had to get hit with Pharaoh? Why YAH had to prove to Pharaoh that Pharaoh didn't have all power? That the frogs don't have all, first of all, he definitely had to attack that frog goddess who claimed to be given life, who's married to some kind of ox head, whatever that thing was, goat head, something. Woo! Y'all was like, oh, no. I got to erase that from the minds of my people because they've been in Egypt too long. So they need to see this quote unquote God totally destroyed by me. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Oh, give me 1 second. Extra light. All right, that's better. All right, let's see what happens. Let's go back to Exodus. Let's go back to Exodus chapter 8. And we all gonna read it together. That way, we're all on the same page, Zion. We're all learning together. So Pharaoh called Moses, verse 8. And Aaron had said unto them, entreat Yahuwah that he may take away the frogs from me. Oh wait, but before you was talking about that was your God. Now all of a sudden you need Moses to talk to Yah, but I thought you didn't believe in Yah. I thought you was all powerful. I thought your gods were the greatest gods. I thought your magicians was the greatest magicians. Your soothsayer. But all of a sudden, now you being exposed. It ain't nothing to you. It's just smoke and mirrors. They said, entreat Yahuwah that he may take away the frogs from me and from my people, and I will let the people go that they may do sacrifice. So this is what he said. Notice what he said. Take them away from me and my people. See? Two different people. When you go back to verse 3, Yah said, these frogs shall be upon you and your people and your servants. When you go to verse 8, what happened? Exactly. Verse 8. Exactly like Yah said. That them frogs was on him and on his people. And then he said, and I'll let you go and sacrifice unto Yahuwah. And Moses said unto Pharaoh, glory over me. Glory over me. In other words, boy, about time you getting some sense. Maybe something is getting through that thick Hamite head of yours. Maybe you're starting to realize now your gods ain't no gods. That it's only Yahuwah who has the power of life and death. When shall I entreat for thee, and for thy servants, and for thy people? When do you want me to go talk to Yah for you and all your kinfolk and your servants, to destroy the frogs from thee and thy house, that they might remain in the river only? Said, when you want me to go talk to Yah to get the frogs out your house and off all your people and get them back in the river so that they'll only be standing in the river? And he said, what is wrong with this Hamite fool? What is wrong with this demon devil? That fool said, tomorrow. If, I mean, any thinking person wouldn't be talking about tomorrow. We'd be talking about right now. Get rid of these frogs now. Oh. But you so perverted, and you're so insane, and you such a child of the devil. You said tomorrow. One of my mentors, Dr. Rowland, spoke of a message one time. He said, he titled his message, he said, one more night with the frogs. One more night. What is that all about? One more night with the frogs? You want to stay with the frogs another? You don't want out now. You don't want them gone right now. You don't want the houses clean now. And this is something that I've been wanting to share with Zion. When Yah is talking to us, when Yah is talking to us about getting rid of idols and demons and things that are nasty and gross, he wants us to do it now. The day that you hear his voice, harden not your heart. This fool said tomorrow. And I'm going to say this to somebody always talking about tomorrow. Man, when you going to get right? Tomorrow. Man, when you going to straighten up? Tomorrow. Man, when you going to get rid of all them frogs out your life? Tomorrow. Man, when you going to start acting like, man, you, the person you're supposed to be? Tomorrow. Let me tell you something about tomorrow. Tomorrow ain't promised to you. And yesterday's gone. All you really have is right now. And this Hamite demonic man proves to you the exact wrong way to talk to Abba Yah when the judgment is on. You don't be talking about tomorrow. Oh, you want to spend one more night with the frogs, huh? Just one. You just want to get in the bed with them frogs one more night, huh? Just one more time you want to open up the refrigerator and all the frogs just fall. You just want that one more night, huh? One more bath with the frogs. Cooking with your cooking food with the frog. One more night you want your baby suffering, huh? So all your babies, you gotta wait a whole nother day. Tomorrow. They crying, they frogs all over the kids and all over the babies. And you talking about tomorrow. You ignorant, hard-hearted. Talking about the Egyptians and the smart people. They ain't got sense enough to tell Moses to get the frogs out now. Every Hebrew Israelite I know, if they right now had an infestation of frogs in their house, and the what that man called to come get the pest control, and pest control come knock at the, hello Hebrew, you in there? Say, yeah, who is it? This is pest control. We heard you got a frog problem. Oh yes, come on in right now. I don't say, you want me to get them out? Oh, tomorrow. Y'all see how dumb that sounds? Your house infested with frogs. The pest control company. Hello, my name is so-and-so from pest control. Oh, how you doing? I heard your frogs are everywhere. Oh my goodness, they're everywhere. I can see the pest control man. Oh boy, woo! When do you want me to come back and get these frogs out of here? And if you turn to that pest control and say, tomorrow, there's something wrong with you. If you all could clearly see that Moreh is trying to help you see the Bible the way you've never seen it before, but it makes perfect sense that the Bible trying to show you how satanic and ignorant and dumb this Pharaoh is, would you please put a hallelujah 100? Put a hallelujah 100. If you can see clearly now, we're not dealing with the smartest people on the planet. This dude got to be crazy. When Moses said, when you want me to get rid of the frog, that fool said tomorrow. Why? Because some people have a hard time letting go of their demons. You love them too much. And even though these demons is making you sick, you love them. And even though these demons is gross, you love them. And even though these demons stink, you love them. And even though these demons have you on your way to hell, you love them. And even though these demons are turning your heart from YAH, you love them. And even though these demons are racking your body with pain, you love them. And even though these demons are actually stealing all of your joy, you love them. And even though these demons are not doing anything for you except what in your mind you think they're doing, you love them. So when a Moreh like me come and say, hey, when you want to get rid of these demons? When you want to get rid of all this stupidity? Tomorrow. You ain't ready then. You got some people can't get out of, can't leave a pig alone. Man, when you want to, man, hey, we told you the pig is unclean. We talk about that all the time. Man, when you gonna stop eating pig? Man, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow? Oh, you love it. We got some people right now eat frog legs. To this day, I'm talking to you right now. You eat frogs. As nasty as that animal is, and the YAH tell you don't eat it. No, but the reason why you won't let it go, you love it. Do you know that I read to you that the frog was instrumental in witchcraft? That the frog goddess, the demon behind the frog, is instrumental in starting what we know as witchcraft. So have you noticed this, Zion? That there is no time that you ever watch a witch in any kind of movie or whatever. Every witch is always got a pot that she's stirring. She's always stirring a pot of abomination. And every single pot of an abomination is going to have something in it having to do with a frog. Toad this and toad eyes or toad. It's going to be in that pot. I don't care where it is. It could be from Europe. It doesn't matter. They're always in witchcraft are going to always use a toad in the pots of abomination. Because believe it or not, they still believe in the power of the frog. If y'all could clearly understand that, put a 500 in this chat, because Moreh just laid something out to you that you're going to be thinking about for a long time. Like, wow, why do they do that? Because it goes all the way back to ancient Egyptian practices. So they always going to say, I have told, or something. Something is going in that damn pot of abomination. And then they will take whatever's in that pot. When they finish mixing it, they then take it out and use it as a what? spell. I only got a few more minutes. Have you noticed there's frogs everywhere? One of the most popular cartoons that came out, I would say, over the last maybe 5 or 10 years. One of the most popular cartoons. And the crazy thing was, it had a black girl cartoon. The girl was the star of the whole show. What was it called? I'm gonna let y'all put it in the chat. A little black girl in a cartoon. She was a star. What was it called? Princess and the Frog. I tell you, frogs is everywhere. Why the frog? Why is the princess black? Why does she kiss a frog? Why does she eventually turn into a frog herself? I keep telling y'all, it is the fascination with that. What is it about if you kiss a frog, you get a handsome prince and all that? Where did that stuff come from? That's all Egyptian mysticism. And they got quote unquote Christians promoting those movies. But if you notice that whole movie about Princess and the Frog was complete witchcraft. The whole movie, from the very beginning of the movie to the end of the movie, was all witchcraft, hoodoo, voodoo. They was working with the devil. There were spells. They were down in the... If anybody know what I'm talking about, put a 700 in this room. If you know that what I'm saying is true, that movie, Princess and the Frog, was completely demonic. They ain't trying to hide it. They had the demons dancing on the wall. Them 700 is in there. All them demons were dancing on the walls, and they had spells, and then she ended up with this frog, which I told you, and I showed you all the pictures. The frog has this particular power, and then she ends up turning into one, and then all of a sudden you start caring about a frog, and you care about this person, and this person's a frog, and this whole thing is the devil's behind the scene, and the devil is the one who made the... See? And then you watch that movie because it was a black girl in it. And because there was a black girl in it, you was like, ooh, finally something for black people to do. But what was it for? To pull you deeper into Satanism. But if we understood our Bible, as soon as we saw that thing, we'd have been like, oh, hell no, we ain't watching this ever again. This is some voodoo and some satanic witchcraft and got the demonic frog in here and all kind of... No, turn that off. But we didn't know. Some folks was watching Princess and the Frog in church. Talking about a good movie for the kids. They going to see witches and stuff. What is... Y'all saw it? All right. I don't even have to get into other things like Kermit the Frog. Somebody like, oh, it's just a frog. It's just a card. But have you noticed he was in love with a what? Pig. So why is a frog demonic in with a pig? That's an abomination. Come on, man, Maury. Come on, man. Well, you don't have to. I'm just showing you. Biblically, we ain't supposed to be dealing with either one, but the fact that you're putting these two things together is weird. It's just the softening up of the people and the softening up of the minds to make you think that this is all just fun and games. So when these demonic spirits actually start showing up, you've already been conditioned to receive them. And that's why YAH had to destroy this image and destroy this worship. That's what he was doing in Egypt, was attacking that particular demon who wants to show themselves in the form of reptiles. And of course, this is my my last point is to get out of this text right here. So let's go ahead and finish it, and I'll bid you farewell. Y'all survived all this buffering, but we're still in there. All right. But this fool said tomorrow. All right. And he said, be it according to thy word, that thou mayest know that there is none like unto Yahuwah our Elohim. Understand something. Don't you ever put another frog up there with Yah. Ain't nobody like him. Nobody. That's what Moses told Pharaoh. He said, this was for you to understand something. Let it be known that there is none like unto Yahuwah our Elohim. And what's Yah gonna do? He gonna get rid of it. Watch this. And the frog shall depart from thee, and from thine house, and from thy servants, and from thy people. And they shall remain in the river only. And Moses and Aaron, which he had brought against Pharaoh, and that he, if it's in King James Version, should be capitalized. They keep doing that over and over again. First they tell you, every time you see the word he, and if it's referring to Elohim, it's going to be capitalized. Then when you actually start reading the King James Version, we done found like at least 10 or 15 times where it should have been capitalized, and they didn't. Moses didn't bring these frogs against Pharaoh. Yah brought them frogs against Pharaoh. And Yahuwah did according to the words of Moshe, and the frogs died out of the houses, and out of the villages, and out of the fields. And they gathered them together upon heaps. That must have been nasty. And the land stank. S-T-A-N-K. Even the King James Version used the word stank. It didn't say, and the land stinketh. Stank. But when Pharaoh saw that there was respite, what simply means that there was a little break, that there was an opportunity for him to take a breath, he hardened his heart and hearkened not unto them, as Yahuwah had said. Okay. Then we go on to round 3. This is our history, Zion. Ain't nobody wrote this book but Yah, to us, for us, through us, to us. This is our history. We're not the same as everyone else. Y'all read it. There's a difference between Egypt and Pharaoh's people and Israel, Yah's people. And we know now that Egypt is dealing with an idiot. These pictures are always trying to glorify these pharaohs. This man is an idiot. He's stupid. He ain't got no sense. He's schizophrenic. He's demon possessed. He's a murderer. He's a dog. He worships frogs. And he refused to let Yah's people go. So no, we don't give him no love around here. We don't give him no compassion around here. He held Yah's people in slavery. And if y'all can't see the parallel between Egypt and where we live in today, in modern Egypt, I don't even know how I can help you. The war is on. These pharaohs are not dead. I've been telling y'all that. They're all over the world. The pharaohs are all over the world. And they got one thing in common. They may talk bad to each other, but one thing they all have agreed they ain't going to do. They are not going to tell us that we're the Hebrew Israelites, and they are not going to let us go so we can go back in our land. They're not going to do it. They will never, ever do that. They're not going to say, you know what? Y'all right. we understand, go home, we're going to make sure. No, they're never going to do that. Because every time Yah does something to them, they harden their heart even more. And right now we're looking at the waves. And based on the book of Revelation, we ain't dealing with 10 rounds. It's bridal. Then we going home. Up until then, they keep saying, you know, we need to all pray. We need to all hold hands. Praying and hold hands time is over. It's time now to let Yah's people go. Cat out the bag. The whole world knows. But they're going to keep hardening their heart. They know the solution to the whole problem. Just like Pharaoh knew. Every world leader knows how to stop all this, that lion from the tribe of Yehuda, that fourth tribe, who they tried to kill, but they four corners of the earth, and bring us into holy Jerusalem. There's frogs everywhere. When you want them to go? Tomorrow. Wrong answer. Y'all stay strong, Zion. We getting through these waves. We got at least 21. We got to be strong and make it through the end. And he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. That's one wave with the corona. It's another wave with the Floyd. Our King is coming. And be strong in these last days. Stay true to the text. And I will try to put up a video tomorrow. All right. So, one love to the 12 tribes of Israel. Shalom.